So we've been exploring the different Battletech narratives and layered over the Tactica. One of the things that I try and really do in Battletech, certainly with all of the wargaming systems that I enjoy, but Battletech has a very, very unique feature of it. The size of your miniature collection, whether you're just getting started, whether it's under control or it's completely out of control, really using the resources of that collection, trying to get the most out of your models. And part of that is exploring different scenarios. We're always going to have our core mechs, for whatever reason, our core mechs that we like to play. And then we're going to pull in other aspects of our collection. But I'm sure for whatever reason, there are mechs in your collection that are wonderful pieces to have, but for whatever reason, various reasons, you don't play them as much. Now, Battletech's interesting because not only the mech customization, we explored in the comments looking at this idea of battle damage in different configurations and how one of the primary variants to play if you're playing around and tinkering around is maybe to take the Marauder and drop down the PPCs to large lasers. And we see this in many of the variants. So you can have your favorite mech. First mech that comes to mind, Battlemaster. And you can play the stock. But you can also play some of the variants which may affect the game, may affect your Lance, or may affect the Tactica. But in pushing this out, for various reasons, there are certain mechs that you just really don't see that much on the table. And certainly from the perspective of gaming groups or mech Battletech enthusiasts that have large collections. I watch some of the larger battle reports on YouTube. I love watching battle reports on YouTube and plugging into the Battletech community in that media. Facebook, seeing some of the Battletech groups with the various table setups and custom hex maps. There's a lot in the community to be inspired about. Looking at the mechs, we see a lot of the favorite mechs, but there's certain inner sphere. We're going to leave it to inner sphere for now, but this could apply to clans too. There's certain mechs that you just don't see. And I think the question for this is, first, the rarity of the models. Most of us, when we're building our collection, we stick with the well-known models. We stick with the models that we enjoy the visuals of or the weapons of. You could say, Fritz, the classic longbow, primitive longbow looks amazing. Classic longbow looks kind of weird. I agree. I give you that. But I love the longbow. So there's a lot of reasons to play this. But I also think you don't see certain mechs tactically. They're not bad how they play, but the models are a little weird looking, or they're harder to find, or just they kind of get cycled down in your collection. An example that I'm going to turn over to you guys in the comments for this kind of Battletech check-in, the Scorpion. I have one in my collection. I play it every now and then. It's kind of a quirk because it's a quad mech, but tactically, it's got a PPC. It's got some missiles. For its tonnage, for its weight class, it's got a little bit of a bite. It's a pretty decent mech. I mean, yes, there's better machines, but the list of better machines is smaller than mechs that are absolutely worse than the Scorpion. So in your own collection, or in your own Battletech narrative, that inner sphere, what are some of the mechs that just for whatever reason, you never see them, even if you have them in your collection, meaning you don't see them on the tabletop, they're not regularly played, and why do you think that is?